Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something that affects almost all of us, and that's the hidden underlying math of the modern car buying experience. Look, if you've ever walked onto a dealership lot, you know it can feel like this high-stakes game. And according to the sources we're breaking down today, it absolutely is a game, but here's the catch. The rules are heavily stacked against the buyer. So we're going to unpack exactly how this system operates, and more importantly, show you how to use their own math to protect your wallet.
So, picture this. You've been wandering the lot, looking at cars, and you finally sit down in the dealership chair. The salesperson leans over, smiles, and asks you this incredibly innocent-sounding question. How much per month are you looking to spend? I mean, it sounds like they're just trying to be helpful, right? Making sure they respect your budget? Well, actually, answering this question honestly is the single biggest financial mistake you can make in that room. The very second you reveal your maximum monthly number, you've essentially lost the negotiation, and it could literally cost you thousands.
So, here is our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the monthly payment trap, then the Foursquare illusion, followed by hidden interest rate markups, and finally, we'll give you the car buyer's playbook. Okay, let's get right into it.
Part 1. The monthly payment trap. Really, it's the ultimate trap.
Let's look at how this math plays out in the real world. Imagine you're eyeing a $27,000 Subaru Crosstrek. If you finance that entire price with zero down for 5 years at a 6.5% interest rate, your payment is an honest $528 a month. But remember that innocent question? Let's say you told the dealer your budget was $500 to $600 a month. Since you're sitting right at $528, the dealer looks at that and sees $72 of unused budget every single month. So what do? They stealthily steer you toward a higher price trim, or they slide in some dealer package with tinted windows and all-weather floor mats you never even asked for. Their goal is to push you right up to that $600 limit, and they are definitely never going to tell you that you were already safely under budget at the initial listed price.
The absolutely crucial takeaway here is that the entire sales process is engineered to make you hyper-focus on just one single variable, the monthly payment, while they manipulate all the others in the background. They shift the actual price of the car, they extend the loan term, they bump up the interest rate, they pack in those add-ons, and they do all of this to make sure your monthly payment looks exactly the same. But on the back end, you are paying significantly more for the exact same vehicle.
Moving on to part 2, the Foursquare illusion. This is all about visual confusion.
If you've bought a car recently, you've probably seen this layout. It's usually a single sheet of paper, neatly divided into 4 quadrants. Top left, your trade-in value. Top right, the actual vehicle price. Bottom left, your down payment. And bottom right is your monthly payment. Now, logically, as the buyer, your eyes should go straight to the top right. The total vehicle price is mathematically the most important number on that entire sheet. But the dealer desperately wants you to ignore that. They want your eyes fixed solely on the bottom right, the monthly payment.
And this comparison brilliantly illustrates exactly how the illusion works. Let's say negotiations have been dragging on for hours, right? You're exhausted, the salesperson starts dramatically crossing out numbers. They might start you at a terrifying $845 a month for 36 months on a $34,000 car. Then they disappear, come back from the manager's office with this amazing deal, dropping your payment down to just $476 a month. You think, wow, I just won. But hold on, look closely at the math. The actual out-the-door price of the car only dropped from $34,000 to $33,980. You saved $20, literally $20. All they did was stretch your loan term out by several years to make the monthly chunk look smaller. It is a complete illusion.
All right, part 3. Hidden markups, or how they manipulate your interest.
Now, if you think dealers secretly bumping up your interest rate is just some wild conspiracy theory, take a look at this. This is directly from a 2015 Department of Justice press release detailing a settlement with Honda over auto lending rates. The fascinating part here isn't even the settlement itself. It's how it openly admits that this is totally standard practice. It says Honda agreed to limit dealer markups to 1.25% for loans of 60 months or less and 1% for loans longer than that. This explicitly acknowledges that automakers allow dealerships to take the interest rate you actually qualify for and just arbitrarily increase it to line their own pockets. It's just how the business works.
And why does a tiny percentage point matter? Well, take a look at this number, $764. That is exactly how much extra cash vanishes from your wallet when a dealer secretly bumps your qualified 6.5% rate up to a 7.5% rate on that $27,000 Subaru we talked about earlier. Just one single percentage point, hidden deep in the paperwork, ends up costing you nearly $800 over the life of the loan.
And honestly, it gets even crazier in today's market. Our source recounts a real-world trip to a Toyota dealership just recently to help out a friend. The financing rates they were offering were just astronomically marked up, ranging from 6.9% all the way up to 9.9% on bigger loans. If you didn't do your research ahead of time and secure your own baseline, you would have absolutely no idea you were being overcharged by thousands of dollars in pure interest.
Which brings us to part 4, the buyer's playbook. It's time to take total control.
Let's switch gears and build your defense. Here are 5 highly actionable steps you can take before you ever set foot on a car lot. And the best part? It only takes about 30 minutes of prep work at home. Step 1, lock in your affordability. Step 2, get pre-approval. Step 3, deflect the question. Step 4, keep it to 60 months max. And Step 5, say no to add-ons.
So let's break down step 1. There's this fantastic financial anchor called the 24-10 rule. Basically, it states you should put at least 20% down, finance the car for no more than 4 years, and ensure your total car costs, so that's your payment plus your insurance, stay under 10% of your gross monthly income. Let's do the math real quick. Say you make $84,000 a year. That's $7,000 a month in gross income. 10% of that is $700. So your absolute maximum car cost should be $700 a month. If a car doesn't fit that math, it's simply too much car for you financially.
Step 2 is securing pre-approval. Look, you wouldn't buy a house without a pre-approval from a bank first, right? The exact same logic goes for cars. Go to your local bank or credit union before visiting the dealer. Get a pre-approval letter for the loan amount you want. This gives you incredible negotiating leverage because you aren't at the mercy of the dealer's markup anymore. You have a baseline rate they now have to beat to earn your business. And remember, you don't actually have to use dealer financing. Even if they end up as the lien holder, you have the power to choose whoever gives you the best rate.
Now for step 3, which is all about handling the salesperson. When they inevitably hit you with that dreaded monthly budget question, here is your ultimate script. Memorize this word for word. I don't really care much about the monthly payment. I'm just more focused on the overall price. Saying this instantly short-circuits their strategy. It completely, intentionally slows down the whole process, removes their ability to use that four-square illusion effectively, and shows them you are a serious, informed buyer who isn't going to fall for urgency tactics.
Step 4 is absolutely crucial, 60 months max. Right now, the average new car loan has stretched out to a staggering 69 to 72 months. Dealers love this because it hides how wildly expensive cars have gotten. But taking a loan that long dramatically increases your risk of being underwater. Being underwater means you technically owe the bank more money than the physical car is actually worth. If you need to sell it, or worse, if it's totaled in an accident, you are going to be cutting a massive check out of your own pocket just to cover the difference to the bank. Nobody wants that.
Finally, step 5. Say no to add-ons. You've bravely negotiated the price of the car, you're feeling good, but the battle isn't over. You are now sent to the finance manager's office. Think of this as round 2. Their entire job is to sell you a second list of highly profitable items to roll right into your new loan. Extended warranties, paint protection, wheel protection, fabric coating, just say no to almost everything here. The only potential exception is gap insurance, which does protect you if you go underwater, but even then, decline it at the dealership and buy it much, much cheaper directly through your regular auto insurance provider. So, we arrive at our final thought for today's explainer. When you sit down in that chair, who is going to control the math? You or the dealership? By spending just 30 minutes to understand your true budget, securing that pre-approval, refusing to negotiate on the monthly payment, and rejecting those sneaky add-ons, you protect your wallet and you actually walk away with a fair deal. Next time you step onto a car lot, remember this playbook. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive. Use the math to your advantage, and we'll catch you next time.